we are going to be doing our first fallish look based on some of the fall ideas. So I posted some nail trends, which were, of course, cow print. So we're going to be using Moo-vit again. So this will be the third time using Moo-vit. Third time, I think. Have I used it another time? I don't remember. I think it's just the third time. We're going to be using Xenial, but I wanted the really close polka dots, so that's why I picked this one. And then Dare to Bear, which of course is this color. Some people told me they thought it looked like butterscotch. It's kind of a brownish nude with an orange, but it's a nice color for fall. So we're going to be doing that and pairing that. We're actually going to be doing Moo-vit as the cow print being on the full nail. So it might not translate very well because this is the last size that I have for this. So we're turning it sideways to make it a full nail. But we'll see. So again, like I always like to do, I like to use as much as I can. And I forgot to push these back. I probably should have done that before I did the alcohol swab, but it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so there might be some background noise because my daughter and husband are both home today. There's no school today, and he took some time off from work.
I heard that.
You heard that? That you're home today?
Yeah, I'm always home. I got 4 days off.
You got 4 days off, yeah?
Look, I have a gem.
Let me see your gem. It's a gem pen, huh?
It's not a gem.
Can you put that thing,
Pen.
can you put that bracelet into a baggie or something so you can use it when you actually need it, honey? Okay, so just pull all those back. We are going to have to draw the nail on here, but it needs to be a little bit wider than this one. I'll probably use, I wonder if I can use, that's closer, use the other side. So I'm not sure if these are all good because again, they are being used for the multiple times. So Dare to Bear, I've done a couple times, I think twice at least, this set. What I should do, one of our consultants, she writes it on her sets, how many times. She writes on her little packages like this. When she opens it, she writes the dates when she uses it so that she knows exactly when she used it. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea, but I'll just go back through and I'll look. But if I had the date, then I'd be able to. So this is Dare to Bear. And we just had a restock. So both of these are in stock. I think Xenial sold out. I don't know if it restocked and sold out as soon as it restocks. It is a popular one, or if that one just wasn't included in the restock. Sometimes when they restock, it's not out, so they don't restock it and it just goes out like in the process of the restock, if that makes sense. But last time I looked, it was out, so I don't know if that's just one that sold out after it was restocked. I didn't check it specifically on the restock. I just looked this morning because I was going to be applying these nails and it was out of stock. But Dare to Bear and Moo-vit were in stock when I checked. Now that might be different now, but so you could just do the cow print and just this if you don't want to do the double designs. You don't have to, because that would be 3 sets you're purchasing as opposed to just 2 if you just did the Moo-vit. It's up to you. But I thought this this look would be good because, well, it's kind of fall inspired with the trends, which cow spots is on trend, and then just the coloring. And I think this is just a cute color. It's kind of like a cow color. I'm sure there's cows that come in this brown color. And it's just fun to do something like this. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to need to do is we need this to be the length, this one. So I'm going to probably do it, and we're going to trace this one, which isn't the correct size. We actually need it a little bit wider. So I'm gonna do one side here. So this is the nail it's gonna go on. Now if you look, if I was to use this size, we have a lot of over, so I'm just gonna use it as like a guesstimate. So I'm gonna do a little bit wider. So trace the one side and then I moved it over just a tad bit, and then we're gonna come down here. So that excess amount. So hopefully that'll cover it. That's about it. Okay. Now when I cut, I take off, you know what? Let me trace this one too. It's gonna go like that, and then we have that rich amount. Okay, so let's put the top a little bit higher. Come on, a little bit higher. There we go. And we're gonna move it over the amount that's a little bit in. Let's see how that is for, yeah. Then that way we get as close as we can. Now what I normally would do, except this time I don't have it, normally I would get the actual strip that fit this nail and trace it, but in all three of these sets, I did not have that. So that's why we did it my guesstimate way. But I always take off the plastic before I cut, just so that way my line is a little bit better. And then we're gonna cut right on the line here. So we're doing a little bit more extra work to get this look. And not everyone wants to do this. So you could always just lay this on as it is. And the reason I'm not doing that, because it's clear. This is what Moo-vit is. It's clear, and then it's got the cow spots, which is cute, but not what I wanted to go for today. So like this would be cute even if you did have it and you laid it over the brown. I think that that would be a cute, see how that would look. You could even do the Moo-vit on top of Dairy Bear, and I think that would be really cute on its own, but that's not the look I'm going for today. So, but just an idea, if you like the colors and you don't want to do the extra, just get the cow print design. So then what I cut out to make a strip out of is, it's white with the black, and so that's why I went down the middle and cut it the way I did, so that way I could have that cow print look. It's not quite the cow print look because it is that splash look. Where's my, there it is in the file. So we're gonna, so it's not quite. Now if I used a different strip, the last times when I did the full nail cow print, I used, I think it was the thumb ones, and so they had bigger spots because it is a wider. This one's actually just one of the sizes. Yes, you may. Can you get it, or do you need me to get it for you?
I can get my cup.
Okay. If you need help, please ask. So I'm just cutting where I traced already. To peel this off. Just put that on here. Trying to line it up to the middle so that way, in case I did do it a little bit too narrow, it doesn't have, so no, it's pretty perfectly on. Okay. So it looks pretty good. And there we go. So there is. Now, because it is that, I think the printing on this, I don't know if you would call it printing or the design, because it would be laid, like I showed you, the like this, if you had laid it on the nail like this, it'd be the splashes. I think this line right here is the line where the two designs meet, so you wouldn't have, you'd have more like that, but it's fine. I think it looks fine. I'm not too worried about it being, it's not exactly cow spots, but I think it gives the idea. Now this one is going to be a little bit wide because it's always a little bit wide, so I do need to trim the side a little bit because this nail is just a tad bit wider than the size that fits my ring and my pinky, but it's okay. I'm coming. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go help my little one. What's up, baby? Help what? You got it? Okay. You just thought you needed help? Panicked a little, huh? Oh, you tricked me. Okay, I'm gonna narrow this side a little bit. This is a little bit square. I'll do the same thing. Oh, I totally didn't cut a nice round edge. I made like a weird bump right there. Okay, there. Try that. So this one on. Smooth that nice and well down. And I don't really like Dare to Bear on its own on me. I've worn it just on its own. Don't like it on its own, but I don't mind when it's mixed. So I know I've worn it with Icy, and I think we had it with Brassy and Bossy. I'll have to go back and look and see which ones I did it with, but I think it was Brassy and Bossy, Dare to Bear, and something else. So I've gotten a good amount of use. So this is what I have left of these 3 sets. So this is all I have left of Xenial. This is all I have left of Dare to Bear, and all I have left of Moo-vit. So I've used these sets pretty well, but I thought this was a cute combination and something I have on hand. And I have a bunch of sets that I ordered in for my event that I'm going to do next month, and I have another order coming in. I like to just be prepared for them. So I do have new sets to choose from, but before I break into those new sets, I really want to get as much use as I can of these older ones, you know, just in case, to make sure. Don't want to, okay, move my little mess out of the side here. Gets my little shavings. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to add the dots. So it's going to be 2 different, and we're going to do the same thing because we want to use this one. It's a pretty close rendering, so I'm kind of using that to see how much. And we will be just tracing it this way because we're going to use it lengthwise. So I'm just going to use it to trace. This side that way, and then I'm going to flip it and trace it this side. Hopefully that's about right there and there. I think so. Okay, so take the plastic off as always. Xenial I've used. I'm not sure if it's going to be good today. If it's not, then we'll just do another cow print. Like I said, I'm reusing all these sets. None of these are brand new opens, so. If our set isn't good anymore, then I will. No, it's still movable. It's not too brittle, so I think it'll be okay. It's still sticky. There we go. So now we've got the spots with the cow print. Now it has 2 different size spots on this one. So, oh, you know what? Don't have much of a nail. I'm just gonna chop it here. I can't really use that. I don't wanna. So I'm just gonna. I used my scissors for that, and then I'll file the difference here. Now, is there something here you're not sticking? Or is it just the edge of the nail you're not folding underneath? Okay. There we go. Let's file this because I don't want it to keep lifting. I can see it keeps lifting right there, so I'd rather push it down and file it so something's catching on this edge here. There we go. That way it'll not lift right there. I'd rather file it off instead of creating a space. There we go. So that's what it looks like. Okay, now we're going to go do this side. This one might be a little too wide up here. Cut this side, but I didn't cut the round. Let's file it. It's just my natural nails this week. Same as last week, natural nails and strips. So they're just short nails and get a little piece right here that's hanging off. I'll make sure to get because I don't want to have a reason for it to lift right there. Okay. So there we go, cow print and Dare to Bear. And then we just got to do our thumb, which is going to be Dare to Bear as well. So this one is also a little bit wide, so we're just going to take a little bit of a sliver off the side here. Just a small little sliver. Because again, we're using leftovers, and that is where and that's my thing. Use the leftovers. Use my sets as many times as I can. It's my favorite thing. Plus, there's so many ideas I want to try. Just can't not try them, you know? That's why I do them every week. I mean, we did the August was the 2-week challenge where we just did them once every 2 weeks. So we only did it twice. And they work, they last. And then we did the DIY nails, which also lasted 2 weeks. So those work. But I have so many things I want to do. So many ideas. I can't help but want to do them every week. I just love to change them. So since I'm using leftovers. One pack multiple times, and I have so many ideas, and they're affordable. On top of that, they're not very in comparison to some things, our strips are not as expensive, so I don't have any problem doing them every week. If I was spending an arm and a leg, I probably would be doing them once every 2 weeks, but since I'm not, okay. I knew this nail was going to be tricky before we even got. There's this right here. On the corners, I had it break yesterday after I took off my nail polish. Smashed it and it broke, so it's kind of got this weird slant here. So I was worried it was going to. Okay, there we go. So that is Xenial with Moo-vit and Dare to Bear. That's how it looks. And you may have noticed I have my ring back. So I've been wearing just my wedding band because about 2 years ago we went out to the river and I lost the diamond to my wedding band. And this year for my anniversary, my husband went and got the diamond replaced. Surprised me. He told me a few weeks ago, "Do you even still have your wedding ring?" And I was like, "Yes, I saved it, even though I don't have the diamond. It still has the little diamonds on it." And he's like, "Oh, okay. I didn't know you kept it." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever, like, jerk." Not really, but I was just like, okay, whatever. And then he came home and he had gotten the diamond replaced. So that was nice. Anyway, so it's our 14-year wedding anniversary today. We went to lunch and we took our daughter with us. But, so there's that. And I hope you guys are having a great Monday. And if you're off of work, that's fine. And let me know how long you guys have been married and what anniversaries you're celebrating this year or month. Okay, have a great day, and I'll post pictures later.